مردم ایران به نظامیان ایران
West Asia remains in turmoil. Even as US and Iran held the first round of talks last week, America is massing warships and air power and has encircled Iran from multiple sides. The clock is ticking for a possible escalation. For the first time in 37 years, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei decided to skip a major annual meeting with the Air Force commanders. The signal seems clear. Iran is not taking any chances regarding his safety. Earlier reports suggested that he moved to a fortified underground bunker owing to heightened risks of a US strike. America has considerable military presence in the region. Towards the west of Iran, US has multiple bases in countries such as Turkey, Jordan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, UAE and Qatar. In the south, the US military prowess got a major boost by the arrival of the naval fleet led by USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier group. President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and West Asia envoy Steve Witkoff's visit to this aircraft carrier after the talks in Oman is being seen as a veiled message to Tehran. But remember, this is not at all that US is eyeing. Strategic inroads in Iran's northern neighbors, Armenia and Azerbaijan. The American Vice President, J.D. Vance, has reached Armenia and he will visit Azerbaijan subsequently to focus on trade and investment. He will also seek to advance a 43-kilometer road and rail economic corridor that would open a new east-west trade route bypassing Russia and Iran. Meanwhile, Israel's role in this situation cannot be ignored. Remember, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is meeting with Trump on Wednesday to emphasize on the need for pushing Iran to limit its ballistic missiles and end its support for outfits like Hamas and Hezbollah. As per reports, Israeli defense officials recently told their American counterparts that they are willing to strike Iran alone if necessary. They made it clear that Iran's ballistic missile program represents an existential threat to Israel and outlined options if Iran crosses the red line. But Iran is digging in its heels. In a pre-recorded message ahead of the anniversary of the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei called on his compatriots to show resolve against foreign pressure. His advisor, Ali Larijani, will visit Oman on Tuesday.
National power is less about missiles and aircraft and more about the will and steadfastness of the people. Thank God you have shown your resolve and determination in various events. Show it again and frustrate the enemy.
Speaking with the media after talks with the US, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi affirmed that his country is not scared by the US military formation in West Asia. In fact, Araghchi warned the US that Iran will strike its bases if it's attacked. Iran has linked the possibility of diluting highly enriched uranium to lifting off all sanctions on the country. Araghchi's warning, remember, assumes significance as Iran has the largest stockpile of ballistic missiles in West Asia. The arsenal comprises multiple missiles, which have a range of 2,000 kilometers. This implies that most of US military bases in the region come under striking range of its missiles. For instance, Sejil and Khorramshahr, which have a range of 2,000 kilometers, can strike as far as the US base of Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti. Other prominent bases like Saudi Arabia's Prince Sultan Air Base and Jordan's Muwafaq Salti Air Base also come within Iranian range. On the other hand, IRGC has escalated its psychological warfare campaign as well. An AI-generated propaganda video depicts a catastrophic attack on the USS Abraham Lincoln. This video shows Iran's Fatah hypersonic missile splitting the massive carrier cleanly into two, sending F-35 fighter jets and crew members into a fiery sea. Now, Iran is also gearing up for a possible ballistic missile test as it issued multiple NOTAMs, closing airspace east of Tehran in the Semnan province. This is being perceived as a sign of Iran seeking to activate its desert bases like Semnan military complex amid chances of a confrontation with the US. In September 2025, in September 2025, reports indicated that Iran conducted a secret ballistic missile test in Semnan. Besides Semnan, the country has underground missile bases in provinces like Kermanshah. Tensions are palpable on the streets of Iran. In Tehran's Palestine Square, a giant billboard has been put up, displaying a map of potential targets in Israel's Tel Aviv. It carries a warning message reading, "You start, we finish." Although no breakthrough was achieved in Oman regarding the nuclear issue, a second round of talks will be held in the near future. However, looking at their military posturing, it seems that both sides are now preparing for the worst.